Hello grade 10 students. Welcome to another virtual class. I am Miss Madhu Vadke. We are studying chapter 6, triangles. In previous video class we learned a new theorem related to triangles called as basic proportionality theorem, and we also proved this theorem and its converse. In today's video lesson, we will apply this theorem in problem solving and proving some statements of exercise 6.1. Before we start with the questions, let's recall basic proportionality theorem. According to basic proportionality theorem, if a line is parallel to one side of a triangle, so DE is that line, and cuts the other two sides in two distinct points, D and E, then it divides these two sides in equal ratio, which implies AD upon DB should be equal to AE upon EC. Recall the converse of this theorem. If we have a line that cuts two sides of a triangle in equal ratio, then it will be parallel to the third side. In order to apply these theorems in questions, we need to understand what will be given in the question and what will imply. So, if it is given in the question that in a triangle DE is parallel to BC, then we can imply that AD upon DB is equal to AE upon EC. But if it is given in the question that AD upon DB is equal to AE upon EC, then this implies that DE will be parallel to BC. Once this is clear, we can begin with questions. This is an example from the textbook, which is also an extended result of basic proportionality theorem. If a line intersects side AB and AC of triangle ABC at points D and E and is parallel to BC, prove that AD upon AB is equal to AE upon AC. Let's draw the figure. So we have triangle ABC. Such that a line intersects AB and AC at D and E. If a line intersects AB and AC at D and E and is parallel to BC, so it is given that DE is parallel to BC. What do we have to prove? AD upon AB is equal to AE upon AC. Since in triangle ABC we have DE parallel to BC, we can use basic proportionality theorem and say that AD upon DB will be equal to AE upon EC. Taking reciprocal, we get DB upon AD equal to EC upon AE. Now we add 1 to both sides. So we get DB upon AD plus 1 equal to EC upon AE plus 1. So adding, we get DB plus AD upon AD equal to EC plus AE upon AE. But what is DB plus AD in the figure? DB plus AD is AB and AE plus EC is AC. So the above statement becomes AB upon AD equal to AC upon AE. Taking reciprocal, we have AD upon AB equal to AE upon AC. So how do we think of these steps? Since DE is given parallel to BC, we know that we can use basic proportionality theorem. So we will have this expression. And we also know that adding DB to AD will give us AB. Likewise, adding EC to AE will give us AC. So we just have to find a workaround this equation and then arrive at the answer. Likewise, you can show DB upon AB is equal to EC upon AC. Now remember, it is very important to write the correct order of the ratio. So if you start from point A and write the ratio as AD upon DB, then for the other side also you should start from point A and write equal to AE upon EC. But if you write the ratio as AD upon DB equal to CE upon EA, then it is wrong. Likewise, AB upon BD will be equal to AC upon EC. And in case if I want to write the ratio in the reverse order, like BD upon DA, then I have to go in the same direction for the second ratio as well. So I will write the second ratio as CE upon EA. So BD upon DA will be equal to CE upon EA. While checking the board questions, most of the students had made this error of writing the ratio in reverse. And in spite of knowing the concepts, they got their answers wrong. So keep this in mind while solving the questions. Now we will start with exercise 6.1. In the figure given alongside, DE is parallel to BC. Find EC. Length of AD is given, length of DB is given, and AE is also given. And DE is parallel to BC, so we can use the basic proportionality theorem. AD upon DB will be equal to AE upon EC. Now we can substitute the values here. 1.5 divided by 3 will be equal to 1 divided by EC. Now we cross multiply, so EC is equal to 3 divided by 1.5, which is equal to 2 centimeters. So using basic proportionality theorem, you can find out an unknown side of a triangle. Question number 2 of the same exercise. E and F are points on the sides PQ and PR respectively of triangle PQR. Triangle PQR has points E and F on sides PQ and PR. So let's join them. For each of the cases, state whether EF is parallel to QR. In this question, we use the converse of basic proportionality theorem. So to use the converse of BPT, we will have to show that the sides PQ and PR are cut in equal ratio. And to do that, we will use the given data in the question. We are given the sides and we will check whether the ratios are equal. If they are equal, then the line EF will be parallel to QR. So let's mark the sides. PE is 3.9 centimeters, EQ is 3 centimeters, PF is 3.6 centimeters and FR is 2.4 centimeters. So let's find out PE upon EQ. That will be equal to 3.9 divided by 3, which is equal to 1.3. Now let's find the ratio of segments of other side. So PF upon FR is equal to 3.6 divided by 2.4. Reducing this ratio, we get 12 3s are 36 and 12 2s are 24, and this is equal to 1.5. So clearly PE upon EQ is not equal to PF upon FR. So this implies EF is not parallel to QR. Likewise, we can do the next subpart of the same question. E and F are the points on the sides PQ and PR of the triangle PQR. And it is given that PQ is 1.28 centimeters. PR is 2.56 centimeters. PE is 0.18 centimeters and PF 0.36 centimeters. So again, to check whether EF is parallel to QR, we will have to find the ratios PE upon EQ and PF upon FR and see whether they are equal or not. But we are given complete length of PQ. So one way is to find EQ by subtracting these two numbers. But instead of doing that, we can use the ratios directly. A little earlier in today's video lesson, we have shown that we can write basic proportionality theorem in many ways, like PQ upon PE equal to PR upon PF. So let's use that. PQ upon PE will be equal to 1.28 divided by 0.18. Reducing the numbers, we get 64 upon 9. Then we find PR upon PF. Remember to find the ratio in the same order with the corresponding sides. We get 2.56 divided by 0.36. Reducing these numbers, I am dividing by 4. So 4 9s are 36 and 4 64s are 256. So we get these two ratios equal. PQ upon PE is equal to PR upon PF. And if the ratios are equal, this implies that EF will be parallel to QR. Using converse of BPT. With this, we come to the end of today's video lesson. Your assignment is exercise 6.1. Question number 1. second part. First part is already done in the video. Question number 2, second part, and question number 3 is an added question which is similar to the first question of the video lesson. Follow the steps and you will be able to prove it. See you in the next class, where we will continue solving questions from exercise 6.1. Until then, goodbye.